Hi, everybody. This is Stephen Powell. Just to give you an introduction to what we're going to be covering this webcast, we've been working on an integration between Get Satisfaction and the Jira issue and project tracking solution. And what we were hoping to do today was provide you with an overview of what that integration is going to provide, a walkthrough of some of the features that it has, and give you some information about how you could join the private beta program that we have if you're interested. Why did we choose to do this integration with Jira? So, really the heart of what we're trying to achieve is allowing you to integrate your community directly into your product development process. So with Get Satisfaction, you're able to engage your customers, your users, your brand advocates, and even your employees in conversations about your products and services. With Jira, you're able to track issues and manage projects that your developers are doing. Jira is used by over 14,000 organizations around the world, with a wide variety of organizations. And so with these two solutions combined, you can basically integrate these two processes, these two business processes together. So you can imagine a couple common use cases. One would be that your customers are posting problems in your community that you then need to get your developers to work on, right? So you need to somehow route those problems into bugs in your Jira issue tracking system. Or alternatively, you might have people posting ideas in your community, and you might want to first vet those ideas in the community to see which ones are most popular or have the most votes in the community before, again, feeding that into your development process to get your developers to get those implemented. Similarly, there might be technical questions that get asked in the community that your community managers or your moderators just don't have the technical expertise to answer. And again, you might want to route those and manage that process of getting your developers to help answer those questions. So there's a wide variety of reasons why you might want to integrate these two processes. And a lot of people do this today. They just do it manually. So what we'll do now is we'll just provide you a quick overview of features of what the Get Satisfaction for Jira integration does, and then we'll dive into each one in turn. So really what the integration is allowing you to do is take topics that are and content that's being generated in the community, export those into Jira as issues, and then link those two together. Second, it's helping you manage the process of resolving issues in Jira and interacting with the community. And third, it allows you to easily resolve issues in Jira and automatically link those status updates to Get Satisfaction. And just before I go forward with diving into each of the features, I just want to quickly talk about availability. So as I mentioned earlier, we're in a private beta program right now, but when this integration becomes generally available, it'll be available on all paid plans for Get Satisfaction. So that's Start all the way up to Enterprise. And so there's some additional features that are offered as part of the integration for certain plan levels, basically Connect, Integrate, and Enterprise. And the supported Jira versions are Jira 4.3 and above, and Jira Studio, which is also running on Jira 4.3. So let's take a look at some of these features and how this solves some of the current pain points that people have. So first, you can imagine, content's being generated in your community, and what people are doing today, when they have Jira to manage their development team, is they're basically manually taking content from the community and they're generating issues in Jira to manage them. And let's say I'll go into the community, I'll cut and paste the URL of that topic. I might cut and paste some of the content, and then I'll go into Jira and cut and paste it into a new bug or a new feature request. So with the new integration, we're basically removing a lot of that manual processing and allowing a one-click export of topics into issues in Jira. So all moderators will basically be able to see in the moderation toolbar that appears in the right section of a topic, they'll see a section called Export to External System, and there'll be a link that says Export to Jira. One click of that link will automatically create an issue in Jira that is linked to the topic in Get Satisfaction. And we'll talk a little bit more about how that linking really happens. Second thing on exporting and linking is that we automatically route new issues to projects based on product tags in Get Satisfaction. So in Jira, there's this organization scheme around projects. And in Get Satisfaction, you can basically expose to your end users all the products that you have so that your end users or your brand advocates can basically tag content that's being generated with these individual products. And then in Jira, you're able to basically route different issues to appropriate project teams based on these Jira projects. So what we allow you to do with the integration is automatically route content from Get Satisfaction into the appropriate project based on which products are tagged on that topic. So as an example here, let's say that you have a couple products in your Get Satisfaction community, a Ferris wheel, a teacup ride, or a dunk tank. And in Jira, you have projects that don't necessarily map one-to-one with those, and maybe they're aggregated, like the Ferris wheel and teacup ride are both rides. The dunk tank is a booth. You might want to route all the topics that are tagged with Ferris wheel and teacup ride to the rides project in Jira. So what you can do is, in Jira, you can set up this mapping, and any content, when you click on that Export to Jira button, will automatically route the topics to the right place. So again, it just is removing a manual step for you and making sure that content is getting to the right people that can actually take action on it. Next, the other thing that we do is we automatically create users in Jira for the Get Satisfaction user that posted the topic. So as most of you are aware, users in the community can optionally choose to share their email address with the community. So when those users do that, when we export the topic from Get Satisfaction to Jira, we pass along that email address and we'll automatically create a user in Jira for that end user. There's a couple reasons why we do this. One is that this allows the original person that had the issue or posted the question to stay abreast of the most recent status of the issue. The other thing it allows you to do is it allows you to engage in a one-on-one private conversation with the user. So imagine a situation where somebody's posting a problem in your community, but you need to exchange private information. Maybe you need to exchange email address, or maybe you need to exchange information about how they're using your product or service that you wouldn't want exposed in the public community. You can have that one-on-one private conversation in Jira with that user. And then, as you'll see later, you can post the results of this discussion to the community later while not exposing that private information. So, as you're engaging, your customers, potentially privately, you can also engage them publicly directly from Jira. So let's say that you've routed a somebody's posted a problem in the community. You've then created a bug for that in Jira that needs to be worked on by a developer. What you can do is the person that is taking action on that bug or issue in Jira can automatically post a status update that basically allows a user in Jira to type in a reply that will then get posted to the public community. So this is a way, again, it saves your developers a click, it saves the users in Jira an extra step from providing status updates or engaging the community in a discussion. Similarly, on the Get Satisfaction side, so on the previous example, we were trying to keep our community updated of the status of the ticket or of the issue. You probably also want to keep your community managers and moderators updated on what's going on. So when you export that topic from Get Satisfaction over to Jira, what we'll do is we'll automatically capture information about the Jira issue in Get Satisfaction, and we'll display that in that moderator toolbar. And there's a hyperlink there where you link directly to the issue in Jira. So this is pretty powerful. This basically gives your moderators a really quick snapshot of what's going on with this issue. So, in some organizations, those teams are the same. In other organizations, they're different. You have a community management team that's separate from your development organization or your product management organization. So this basically gives you, perhaps your community manager came in, they provided a quick answer, and they said, hey, I'm going to escalate this to my development team. This basically allows them to see what's going on with this issue. And then finally, we allow you to automatically update Get Satisfaction topic status when you resolve the Jira issue. So a lot of what we're trying to do is remove these manual steps that are involved in keeping track of, which topics are associated with which issues, and when something happens in Jira, how do I then go and update my community on what's going on. So what we added was the ability to automatically update the status of the topic based on the resolution in Jira. So let's say that I've exported this problem from the community. My developers have been working on it. They've finally resolved the issue, and then in Jira they actually click on the Resolve Issue button and they specify a resolution reason. In this case, it would be fixed. As soon as they submit this, what would automatically happen is the topic status in the community would be updated to solved. And so obviously in Jira you can have different resolution statuses, but what we allow is you to map these different resolution statuses to these statuses and Get Satisfaction. And they could also specify the way in which it was resolved and when end users can see those changes updated. And then they can resolve the issue and the topic is automatically updated in the community. This really allows you to close the loop with the community in an automated way. So that gives you an overview of and a walkthrough of some of the features of the Get Satisfaction for Jira integration. I just wanted to comment that we are currently in a private beta program for it. We have about 10 customers that are getting up and running on the integration. We are looking for more, so if there are folks that are in the audience that are interested in joining that beta program, you can email us at beta@getsatisfaction.com, and we can see if we can get you added to the program.